This perp back in the video, and I just got done watching Lovecraft Country season 1 episode 1. Wow. I had a lot of expectations for this, based off the trailers. I really didn't know nothing much about the whole Lovecraft mythos and whatnot. But shout out to Darth Lungo, because he put me on game about what Lovecraft is and just the whole kind of backstory, I should say. But make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at perpminded420 so you can find out when I drop, my episode reviews, in case it doesn't pop on your sub box. But all that being said, let's get into this. So this episode already starts off pretty damn wacky, but I really like how weird it is. You got our character Tick, Atreus, I think that's his full name if I'm pronouncing it right. He's daydreaming of Jackie Robinson with this Martian coming out of the sky while he's fighting in this war. And this is all taking place in the 50s, around Jim Crow era. He's moving back to Chicago. We get a lot more backstory on who he is as a character, what his motivations are. And the story pretty much is he's trying to look for his father, look for any type of information he can. He's digging deep, and we get introduced to his uncle George, which I feel like he will be a fan favorite and possibly might not make it out this season. Who knows? It'd be interesting to see how long this goes. Now we get introduced to Journey Smollett's character, Letitia, I think that's how you pronounce it, or Letty. I think that's what they called her as a nickname. And, they all used to live in this neighborhood in Chicago, and they, kind of are all kind of reuniting. She kind of tags along for the journey. We still don't know much about her character, but I'm pretty sure as the season progresses, we'll see more about her character. And, now all these characters come together and they get ready to hit the road because, this is what the whole, I guess, first season's gonna be about, is Tick trying to find his father and just find more about just his heritage and whatnot, or as he puts it, his birthright. So as they're journeying, making their way to I think it was it Massachusetts or something like that, a place in Massachusetts that that's where his father was kind of that's where his lineage is connected to, pretty much. And you see all these different kind of obstacles they have to go through, going through these different parts of the states. It's still kind of hella racist in a lot of areas. They even get chased down by this fucking crazy ass townspeople and whatnot. And then we get introduced to a very mysterious character that's been following them throughout the whole episode. And this, it looks like a silver Rolls Royce or a Wraith or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of odd, but I really like Letitia's character. She's very with the shits. But this blonde hair character is a very interesting character, which I'll get into towards the end of this episode, because like I said, they look like they're going to be the main focus of this overall series, and maybe they might be the overarching villain of the whole entire story. We just got to wait and see. Now we get to one of the stops where they stop at Letitia's brother's house, and they get a little bit more information on the area that they're about to go to, what was called Artham. Yeah, Artham, I think Massachusetts or something like that, where there's a lot of talks of witch hunters and stuff like that. And that's where they kind of really sprinkle in the monsters and the magical stuff that happens within this universe, which I really like, and I can really appreciate, and I want to see more of, because things start to ramp up a lot quicker. This was definitely a slow burn as an episode. As the road to their destination becomes even difficult as they run into this cop, and this cop really embarrassed Tick and just everybody, and pretty much saying like, you can't be here, you got until this time to get out of here. And it becomes like this kind of intense high speed chase thriller. But then they end up getting cornered and like kind of boxed in and taken into the woods. And this is where these cops are obviously dirty, and they're trying to, frame them for this these burglaries and stuff like that. But just in the nick of time, these creatures come out of nowhere and just start wrecking havoc, and just blood is everywhere. Just people are getting bodied left and right. But they're able to find this cabin. Letitia and Tick are able to kind of get away, but Uncle George is kind of left in the woods, but he's able to get to the cabin as well. So as they're trapped in this cabin with two of the other officers, one of them got their arm bit off, and then he started to transform a little bit. It's a slow transformation, but Letitia has to do something to kind of save everybody and kind of set up a kind of somewhat, you could say, a distraction and whatnot. But they're able to kind of, avoid getting eaten by these creatures, because they're kind of like these vampire-like creatures. They don't like light, and that's what they kind of use to their advantage to get away. They hear this whistling sound, and that's what kind of saves them, which I feel like they have a connection to these blonde haired people. I have no idea. But now, after fast traveling, they finally have reached their destination in Arkham, at this like big ass house with this blonde dude that like looks like he has no fucking soul whatsoever, talking about welcome home. And now this is kind of got me interested in this whole entire universe. At first, like I said, when I watched this, I fell asleep. I was kind of tired. I rewatched it, and I'm glad I did, because I'm so interested to see where they take this series and take this universe. How much more like trouble will they like run into? It's definitely not going to be easy to find Tick's father and whatnot, and what is the mystery behind his family and his lineage and whatnot, and just all these different characters are at play. I'm looking forward to next week's episode. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.